or more, got to score 12, including number 15 right there, Angel Baker. And Ole Miss has to be flexible. If one type of defense isn't working, you've got to go to the next.
SEC versus Pac-12 for a chance to go to the Sweet 16. Opening tap control by the Rebels. Their Navy uniform, Stanford in the home whites. Angel Baker, elbow J, and there it is.
That was something they clearly identified today in shoot-around. Stanford did. They don't want to give up that mid-range shot. Angel Baker getting right to that elbow.
Tara Vanderveer told Brooke and I multiple times today as Baker picks up her first personal. We are in for a rude awakening tonight with the way that Ole Miss defends. And the question is, how quickly can we respond and find a way to react in a positive way? Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Capital One. Rebels leading Stanford 2-0 right out of the gate. Jones, Lapolo, jump. Cameron Brink and Jones both first-team All-Americans to help lead the charge for the Cardinal. And the starting five for Ole Miss also presented by Capital One. Davis Baker, first-team All-SEC. Maya Taylor, Kaya Singleton, and Maddie Scott inside be charged with having to defend Cameron Brink.
Maddie Scott, as does everyone on this team, they have to be able to play physical without fouling, because Stanford is not going to back up, and that's an early walk.
Tara Vanderveer, we said the phrase rude awakening. The way that Ole Miss defends, she said, we don't see a lot of this in the Pac-12, but we're ready for it based off our schedule and who we did see out of conference.
I would say the all-time winningest women's basketball coach knows a thing or two about styles, and what she does well is pick up tendencies from players in games, and that's the tendency for Ole Miss is to find those elbows. So Stanford has to eliminate that part of the game tonight. And I also love the fact that she said, hey, we can't be California cool out here. We can only wish to be California cool.
We got to be gritty. That's what she said.
Gritty.
Ole Miss is gritty. We got to match that. Jones inside, off glass. She snuck that one in there.
She's so strong, and she just finds a way to get a good shot off no matter what.
Contested jumper by Davis. No, Jones the rebound. How about the atmosphere here in Maples tonight? It's solid.
Feeling it.
And that pass out of bounds, looking for Iriafen. Coach Yo, year number 5, back-to-back appearances now in the NCAA tournament. Their motto, we defend, and that's what they do better than just about anybody left in this NCAA tournament.
And she had a serious talk with her team around the SEC tournament and said, you know, we can't be a team wearing we defend shirts when we foul. So that's a part of the game. And going into the Sweet 16, that's just at utmost importance to defend without fouling.
Yolette McBee McEwen, year 5, methodical rise through the coaching ranks. Stripped away and an offensive foul called on Haley Jones.
I don't know if this, to me, warrants an offensive foul. I think it was great defense from Taylor. Let's look again. I don't know, because again, the official was behind who made the call, and perhaps she thought Jones extended her arm, but she didn't when you look at it from that angle.
Scott off the bounce, bottled up. Here's Davis, the spin, rejected by Brink. Jump outside to Lapolo. Offensive touch for Brink off glass.
Here she is, All-American and an unlimited skill set. Now starting to work on her outside shot.
You mentioned the non-COVID illness that kept her out of the opening round win against Sacred Heart. Well, she's taking points away on one end, scoring on the other. Really not having played the game in about a week.
Not a bad recovery so far.
Shot clock under 10. Baker to Scott, back to Angel Baker. First team All-SEC. Saw it late, didn't matter. 6'4" Ole Miss. Lapolo with a pass and a layup.
She's one of those key players. You know, you look at the roster, and Lapolo, just a freshman, into a big spot.
Scott connects inside. High-level hoops early.
Yeah, Maddie Scott's been dialed in. She has a high level that she wants herself to attain, and so when she's not there, she feels that. She's so hard on herself. So to see her shine, especially in the postseason, has been great.
Haley Jones, back iron. Here's Scott in transition. Baker for 3. Count it!
Oh, it's serious face, Baker. We don't have stink face. You got to work into the stink face of this game? What do you think?
She looks pretty serious to me.
That's right. I don't know if it's getting stinky. I think 10 to 15 points, then you get a little stinky.
Ole Miss was all business today at shoot-around. We certainly can tell you that. Brink was bumped by Scott, and that's a foul.
You got to get some help over there on Angel Baker. Transition defense has got to be a key for Stanford.
Brink checks out. Tar Vanderveer was not clear with us really on any level as far as how much Cameron Brink would be able to play this evening. They're really going to have to see how she feels.
You have to be able to temper it, knowing how important Brink is. And save that energy. See if you can get some of the other players. Believe he did a great job the other night. Her Stark got a double-double.
Shot clock at 5. Jones operating inside and connecting.
I swear, if you just give her the most difficult shot on the floor, she'll probably make it.
She glides. Makes it look easy.
She does glide.
Baker, short, cleaned up and put back in by Singleton.
I believe he was so big defensively the other night. You know, I thought she was one of the big difference makers of the game. Long reach, incredibly strong hands, and the finesse.
Nada Collins checking in. She was 4 of 6 from downtown in the win against Gonzaga. Won't get the bounce on her first attempt tonight. Here's India Navarre in transition. Offensive foul. And you're shaking your head profusely, yes.
Yes, because you could just tell it was coming. She was there for 40 days. You have to be able to pull up and just take the jump shot.
Collins defended by Hannah Jump. Shot clock at 10. Taylor off the screen. Thompson for 3. Unexpected offense from the corner.
I gotta tell you, that was the best possession so far for Ole Miss. Look how much the ball moved and did not hit the floor. Inside to out. Terrific unselfish play for Ole Miss, who is 100% from 2. Or 3, I should say.
Thompson, the swat out of bounds. Ole Miss with its largest lead. Bakwe checks in. Defending Betts. Jump from downtown. 90 seconds remaining in an entertaining, fast-paced first quarter. Taylor. Scott.
See, when it comes down to the end of the game and rebounds matter, you're not going to be able to get ahead of Betts. You want her in the game late when you need a big board.
One of the tallest players in Stanford history. In and out for Jones. Bakwe has it for Ole Miss. Can Collins break free? How about a spin move?
Yes. Okay. She kind of took her time on that move, didn't she?
Rebels put the clamps on.
Good box out by Singleton. Saves it barely on the line.
5-point lead. Shot clock is off. You can feel the sense of urgency in this arena already.
Oh, man. Stanford read that screen really well.
Collins wants it, takes it, rejected. Rebels will have possession here.
Okay. So again, just a tip.
Not enough time to get that shot off. Mentioned the birthday, now 77 as of last week. Brooke, he's worked with some of the all-time greats in terms of coaching. He coached down in AAU in the Bahamas for the last 5 decades, but he mentioned names today like the great Lou Carnesecca, late John Thompson, and Jerry Tarkanian. Knew all those coaches, worked camps with him, and it's one of the reasons that Coach O wanted to get into coaching.
You have to tell the story, though, about when she was 10 years old, and he brought her down from the bench to say,
I want you to coach this team. It was 14 and 15-year-old boys. And she said, are you serious? He said, absolutely I am. And immediately she turned to one of the stars and said, you need to go over here and do this. You need to defend this way. And guess what?
Go, Coach Joe. Go, Coach Joe. Go.
He did it.
Yeah.
And it all started back then.
And meanwhile, Stanford got Brink the ball inside in great position. And I would say go right back to her.
21-15. Foul was called. Beliebe will head to the free throw line. Beliebe at 54% on the season. The foul was called on Davis, her first, as they worked against Stanford's offensive sets. No comfort.
No, and we talked about rebounding being a key to this game. As Baker, another mid-range, the pull-up, just a little look. To remind you, got to get closer than that. 7 offensive rebounds for Ole Miss, just 1 for Stanford. But Ole Miss hasn't converted much.
Emanopu from 15. Bokwe goes to work.
Good defense.
Brink.
Oh, again.
And again. 3 blocks on 1 possession.
Woo.
Listen to this crowd.
Woo. I got your physicality right here. Brink is so skilled. I love her in the college game, and I just cannot wait to see her in the WNBA. The size, the length, she got that edge. It's there. Ole Miss just brought it out.
Cardinal with 6 blocks already. Brink had 3 alone on that possession. Jones wide open. 8 points on the board for 30 and White. And a timeout called by Ole Miss.
Every time you watch a game, it feels like a potential upset.
There's a steal. Emanopu coast to coast. No, blocked. Swiped by Taylor. How did she do that?
I don't know. I don't know how she got back there in time.
Thompson from downtown.
I think Bakwe on her really limited what she could do with the ball.
Jones blocked. The Bokwe sent it out of bounds. That's a shot clock violation.
So, you know, you got to speak something into existence for it to work. And Coach O's about that life.
You and I try that all the time. Sometimes it doesn't work, though.
Yeah.
By the way, it's also sweltering here at Maples. It's really hot in this arena.
It's giving me AAU July vibes, and I'm not too mad about it. I got to be honest.
Brink, no. The box out, yes. Here comes Ole Miss. Still kind of feels like both teams feeling each other out. Trying to figure out, okay, what is this team all about? What's this tempo? What's this defense? It's not a Collins.
Yeah.
Another block.
Brink armored security truck. Where is that NIL deal? Where is it?
Another turnover. The blocks for Stanford. The turnovers on the other end of the court.
Incredible. Both teams over 4 minutes without a score. It's just, I mean, it's as entertaining as we're watching basket to basket trading. The defense stepping up. It always feels good when you win the jump ball as a player. It's like, it's just an extra little game. It's like,
You feel a little
thought
taller.
you're gonna get that? That's cute.
Not tonight.
Yeah, especially against the taller players. Of course.
Ole Miss in search of an upset on the road. Thompson again. 9 off the bench.
It's so important when you're watching this game. Yeah, you sit there and watch the ball. I know Haley Jones has it, but everybody else, you turn around and you watch. You can move without the ball. You can do great things. And Baker in the hustle.
Jump over.
Front row.
Baker almost dropped a dime to a opposing team.
How about every shot Hannah Jump shoots? It looks absolutely perfect.
43% from distance this year. 1-3 so far.
She gets even the rotation of the ball right. Before she shoots it, the ball spins perfectly. It's awesome.
2-second differential between the clocks. A first half that has surprisingly been dominated by Ole Miss. In and out for Baker. And a traveling violation. There is time on the clock.
Why, though, would the buzzer go off if there was a change of possession?
Stanford, the last field goal made came almost 6.5 minutes remaining in the half. And it has been the Baker and Thompson show, the spectacular thus far. Thompson, 9 points off the bench, pacing Ole Miss to this 9-point advantage. Halfway home to an upset. Cardinal have it first to open up our third quarter. Beliebe gets the start instead of Iri Offen here. We'll see if that makes a difference for head coach Tara Vanderveer. Shot clock already at 10, poked away. It'll stay on this end. We finished our conversation with Coach Yo. We didn't ask a lot of questions. She had a lot to say. But she walked off a few minutes later. Jones the spin. And as she left the court, she looked over in our direction. I think she winked. And she had 2 words to say. Watch this.
Let it just sit there. Coach O is a woman-driven and has really gotten this program back to the spotlight to where people see Ole Miss on the schedule and they're like, oh man, this is going to be a rough one.
Brink, her 5th block. That was clean. Ripped away by Davis, and another steal for the Rebels. Coast to coast. Jump off the bounce. Levy gets it back in a fresh 20. That's a 3.
Wow.
Shot for 33. Irony here is Ole Miss's last trip into the Sweet 16 was the last time that Stanford didn't make the Sweet 16 back in 07. 15 straight for Stanford.
Oh my goodness! Threw my headset down and ran out of this building. Yes, not only do you get your shot blocked, but she's going to be nice and that's a nice California girl. Can't do that. No. I'm just kidding. What a block.
6 blocks for Cameron Brink.
Woo.
Cardinals still trail by 8. Back to Singleton is there.
Steve draw Cameron Brink out. Little jab step. Oh, she wants the ball. That was too late.
Taylor. Baker, the smooth operator, will drop a dime to Maddie Scott.
The timing with Stanford's offense is a little off, right? Tara Vanderveer talks a lot about the symphony.
The crack screen got Taylor.
Oh, boy.
Didn't even see it. She is in pain, grabbing her chest.
And that is a absolutely tough young woman on the floor. I'd say it's almost unnecessary, but it's certainly not excessive. It's just, Fran Bellini is a strong young woman. So if you run into any part of her, you're likely going to bounce off. And Maya Taylor looks like she got caught. Hope she's okay and can get back in this game. They need her back.
Meanwhile, Madison Scott, in the midst of all of that, picked up her 3rd personal.
Coach Vanderveer talks a lot about the symphony. They are a beat or 2 off.
Offensive foul, and Bokwe just picked up her 2nd on the moving screen. Bokwe off the floor. Mayana Thompson back on. There's another steal. Davis, 2nd time tonight, coast to coast, and a chance for 3.
Defense to offense has been really nice tonight for Ole Miss. Another turnover. They get out in transition. Yeah, that's too tough of a pass to make. And the hard finish. I mean, that is a layup. High degree of difficulty for Davis. And she's somebody, too, that Coach Joe talked about heading into the postseason. We need Marquisha Davis to get out there and be a scorer for us.
Transfer from Arkansas, 71% at the line. And here comes Maya Taylor back on the floor for the Rebels. Haley Jones is thinking about takeover mode at some point.
Yeah, these two have to take over. My goodness.
And Brink will shoot 2. We are a 3-point shooting team. Y'all put the word out.
Word is out. And one thing I'm seeing from Stanford's offense, just in terms of sharpness and the edge that Coach Vanderveer was saying that they have to have. That's a good little matchup right here. Let's see if Baker is going to test Brink. She does.
Brink was bumped and fouled. Stanford now in the bonus. First team All-American Cameron Brink. 2-time gold medalist with USA Basketball. Missed the last week or so due to an illness. She's given it everything she has tonight.
You know, I mean, imagine how that feels to be as high-level athlete as her and to not have been able to pick up a basketball and do this work for the last week. you would be incredibly off. So for her to have the night to even be on the floor, the layups that have been killing Stanford tonight, I mean, these are shots they typically hit as they go for the two-man game. Good defense there by Stanford. That'll be the jump ball. Navarre getting her hands on that one.
Are we gritty enough to deal with a team like this out of the Southeastern Conference?
Yeah, you gotta find it in you, and this will help.
Brink and jump. Hannah jump for three. Brink with a putback. Off the bounce. Davis! And a chance for three. 10 points so far, right at her season average. Missed the free throw. Jones with a sense of urgency.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Told y'all. I told you.
Taylor appears to be okay. The shot clock down to 2. In and out. Here comes the All-American.
Oh, she's got her eyes on the rim. This is money. Yep.
Blocking foul call. Free throws coming. Lead at 7, now at 6. Ole Miss is led by as many as 13 points.
A little frustration and uncertainty now for Ole Miss offense.
The crossover, Davis. Shot clock at 5. Taylor finds a way. How did she do that?
I truly don't know, but she was the one to look at her teammates and kind of give them that, let's go. Kept moving without the ball, and that's how she got that shot.
Her first points of the ball game. Shot clock is off. Big possession for the Cardinal. Haley Jones. Foul. One more for Jones, and one more makes it a 2-possession game. 10 minutes to go. Lead at 7.
Just how physical and fast you were going to see with an Ole Miss team, and they have proven to be that, right? I mean, this is a real team. Even Coach Vanderveer felt like they weren't seeded high enough. 8-seed Ole Miss team, and I think we thought the same thing, looking at them coming out of the bracket like, whoa, they have a great chance.
Haley Jones gets a touch and a finish. Maddie Scott back on the floor with 3 fouls. Bumps coming up on Friday. Iowa has already punched its ticket, the lower half of the bracket, and a tough win against Georgia earlier today. It was competitive.
Well, really, Georgia, the turnovers late is what killed them. You know, had they had a chance to even just shoot.
Brink couldn't find position. Stolen by Taylor. Brink gets it back. Getting physical. How about perfect at the line tonight
that
as well. 6 for 6, a double-double. All the blocks. Will Stanford have enough gas left in the tank for one more run to grab that lead for the first time? It's taking every bit of effort to get back in the game to this point.
I just love the fact that Ole Miss has not shown to be any bit intimidated here. They know what a tough schedule is like. You play the SEC. It's a rough environment, so I think they were really looking forward to the trip out west to prove themselves against the #1 seed.
After the quick 3 by Thompson, Cardinal get it back. Brink back to work. One possession game. Scott to Baker. On Brink. Got her on the arm.
I mean, that's a smart play to try to drop. You got to mismatch it. Bring Cameron Brink out. Do everything you can, and she'll take a quick breather. Try to open up that paint, because there are few, if any, players who can stay in front of Angel Baker. But she's got the ball in her hand. That quick crossover, quick elevation.
Coach Yo told us we didn't really know what to expect. That was our first trip. This year they knew. So far here in Stanford, they're playing like it. Haley Jones. Another spin. Off the mark. Scott controls the rebound for Ole Miss. And a foul call.
Great job by Maddie Scott. And the look that Haley Jones had a few minutes ago when I said she's dialed in, that same look is on Maddie Scott's face right now. She knows the pressure, and there's 7 minutes and 9 seconds left to be the #1 seed to get to Seattle. And Haley Jones is going to try to get at that rim every time.
Jones, no. Believing the rebound. Saved by Scott and a foul called on the Cardinal.
Also, Ole Miss has bodied up Stanford Brink all night. Think about all that wear and tear that they've been putting on her. She's already trying to come back. I'd be extra exhausted.
Baker on Lopolo, the step back. Oh! Baker. Cardinal got it down to a one-possession game. Haven't scored since the 8:40 mark. That'll change with Cameron Brink. Maddie Scott. Brink the rebound. Rebels have not trailed on the road here at Stanford tonight. And this would be the kind of upset that would send shockwaves around the country.
No doubt. You see this guard ball pressure as Jump gets by it with the running left-handed. Left-hander, wow, usually she's shooting threes. I was just about to say that that guard ball pressure for Ole Miss has been also a big key for them.
An air ball and a shot clock violation.
Stay aggressive. Haley Jones going to try to find that back of the basket. This is her strength.
There's the spin again, and the finish. One possession game. Shot clock at 5. Davis blocked by Brink.
Ole Miss waited a long time to start this possession, and then it had to come down to one ball screen and shot. Brink comes over. This is the time she's trying to send that message.
Rebels got to go quickly. Baker, no.
Off Maddie Scott.
Basketball. Yeah. Less than 90 seconds to go. Cardinal can tie or take the lead for the first time with a 3. Davis fell down. And Brink fell down as well. That's a foul. And a chance for the Cardinal to tie this game. Mom and Dad looking on. The pressure of this moment magnified. She has not missed at the line tonight. And it's about to really get loud if this goes down. Tied for the first time since it was 6-6. Baker wants it. Angel Baker, the step back. No! Ibokwe, no! Haley Jones has it! And a timeout called by Tara Vanderveer. And the way the Rebels defend, it has been that and then some. Dicey pass between Lopolo and Jones. And a timeout call.
And again, I think a good timeout there. Get resettled. And Haley Jones was not able to get the entry pass that she wanted at the top of the key. Let's see what they do on the side out of bounds.
Jump has it in the corner, defended by Baker. And turns it over. Madison Scott stole it. And a foul was called. 2 free throws coming. 3 of 4 tonight. 66% on the season. Clutch. Rebels by 2. Seconds to go. What a game. Jones corrals the pass. Double team. Haley Jones in trouble. Lost the handle. Rebels get it. Gladstone Moon McPhee, father of Coach Yo, turned 77 last week. Mom Daisy in the house as well. They're at most road trips for Ole Miss basketball, and a quick foul.
Her contribution, though, has been big. 4 steals tonight from Marquisha Davis. Big momentum plays.
Davis at the line.
Clutch.
Two-possession game.
So watch for Hannah Jump 33 to come off a high screen, perhaps get a shot from 3 on the wing. Oh!
Passes intercepted.
Oh my goodness!
Picked off by Taylor. And the Rebels. It's on the wrong end of a collision off a crack screen. Not even half an hour ago. 1 of 2. Lead at 5, only 10 seconds to go. Polo has to hurry. Hannah Jump a deep 3. Rebels have it. And a quick foul. 1.8 seconds to go. Stanford maintains possession. Desperation heave. That'll do it. Next stop, Seattle. Ole Miss to the Sweet 16.